Hi everyone, in this video I want to talk more about Puma's LQD Cell Region AR shoes. As you can see here, this is the filter, AR filter effect, the fire effect. This is triggered using the complementary app. If you want to see my first impressions, I'm linking to it at the top, so just press it and just go and see my first impression review. So what these shoes are all about. As you can see here, this is a clear picture that I took of the shoes. As you can see, there are markers on the shoes. It's very clear to see those markers are spread around the shoes. These AR markers are actually visual cues, which allowed using the app, the complementary app, to trigger the display and presenting some virtual content where those markers are located. Now, the app itself is trained to recognize those specific markers on the shoes, and therefore when you use the app, it detects it very quickly and then allows positioning of virtual content where those markers are located. Now, when you move the shoe around, the virtual content maintains its position, scale and rotation, because there's an algorithm that knows to detect a change in those locations of those markers in the 3D space. So as you can see, these are black and white codes, similar to QR codes, probably familiar with. So it's the same idea. And the reason for this is for needs to be in high contrast, so it's easier to read the code against the background. Now, QR codes in this case, these AR markers don't have to be in black and white, and it can be used with multiple colors, and it can also be just images. Now, having those AR markers allow for very precise positioning of virtual content. And if you use the merge tube, it works the same way. And if you can see with the merge tube, you can do really crazy stuff with this and create some really amazing augmented reality experiences. This means, for example, that you can use AR filters that just spread on the shoe or move around the shoe very precisely. For example, I really wanted to see some really bright, shiny, colorful light just circulating the shoe, around it, something really cool. Or just maybe showing the fire spreading, in different ways on the shoe instead of just burning. I mean, the burning is fun, but something that's more precise because you have markers all around the shoe. You create something like a robotic shoe that opens up, or maybe some characters walking around, like maybe Puma running on the shoe while you're moving. And the thing is, there's so many creative options. And you can also see, for example, Instagram filters and Snapchat filters that works with the face instead of these type of markers on the shoe, but you can imagine what type of creative options they are. So considering the effort that was done to make this, and it's already there, I think it would be nice to open it for developers to create some unique experiences and share it with those who bought the shoes, and they can try different type of experiences. They can wake up every day and try something new. I want to show you something quite similar in a way that this app, WannaKicks by Wannabe, allows you to position virtual shoes on your feet, but it doesn't use any markers. You don't have markers. I don't have markers on my socks. So what it does is uses machine learning in order to detect the feet of a person, and can work of any person, of course, and position the shoe so it appears accurately even when you move your feet around. The problem with this particular application wasn't, as you can see, it's kind of glitchy, right? The algorithm doesn't work that perfect, right? So of course, if there were like markers on my socks, it would be much better, right? But this is not practical, of course. Some developers use a kind of stickers which you can put on different parts of your body, and then the augmented reality is triggered over there. But again, I just want to show you this so you can actually see, kind of a different approach to how companies use augmented reality in order to promote their shoes. And this, of course, is a very nice app because it allows you to try on the shoe itself virtually and see how it looks on your feet. So this is an amazing idea. So I just wanted to see this, and let's go back to our app. Now here, of course, this is no try-on, right? When you buy the real shoes, you experience what Puma wanted you to experience. And of course, when you share this, those cool videos and images, people are gonna see it, and this will help promote the product. Now, in terms of accuracy, as I told you, there's a big advantage because of the markers, and it worked perfectly. And I just took the shoes, just rotated around, and everything was just in place and everything was responsive. I didn't see any kind of weird glitches or something. It just worked perfectly. I'm just going to show you a quick preview of my first impression. You can also see the full video on my channel as well. As you can see, once I point the camera and there's a silhouette of a shoe and position it, it's automatically start the experience. It starts with the filter, and it's very quick, right? So we just point it out, and you can quickly see that the filter, the air filter, takes place on the shoe itself. Now, it's worth mentioning that there is also the Endless Runner game, and the two other, it is also the ability to see a virtual shoe and see it slice, so you can see how the technologies are laid up. And there are two other experiences which will be unlocked later on in April and one in May. So I will need to try those as well. So overall, this is LQD Cell Origin AR shoes, kind of a long name for a shoe, but this is it. As you can see, really unique shoe, and you can find it for what I read on selected retailers. I captured this photo in an official Puma store in Osaka, Japan. Now the thing is that the AR, of course, doesn't play any role in terms of the shoe performance when it comes to what this is designed for, and this means that this is just going to be used to show off, to show people how amazing those shoes are, and people can share it online, and you can spread the word about these unique LQD Cell Origin shoes. But just keep in mind, this is still a flagship Puma shoe for all intents and purposes. If you want to read more information about those technologies used in the shoes regarding the performance of the shoe, I recommend going to puma.com and reading more about it. And if you buy those shoes, of course, take photos and videos and share it. I'm sure many people will love seeing this. Now, this is quite obvious, but I'm going to say it anyway. You can only experience this effect when you use the LQD Cell complementary Android or iOS app. But if we add, in the future, we're going to have AR glasses, I'm sure that these types of experiences for the shoe or for other types of shoes will be available for them. So people walk, for example, in the street, and can just maybe see this effect on your shoes while just walking. It can be really cool. But the thing is that, for this to happen, something needs to run either in the background, or the app needs to run in the background so it can recognize the things. It's not like the operating system is going to recognize all these type of shoes. I don't know, maybe, but I'm saying that a person needs to have some kind of an app in order to see whether they use augmented reality glasses or mobile phones. They need to use the app in order to see this effect on their shoes or your shoes. So overall, I'm really excited about this, and I want to see how AR clothing is going to progress in the future. And I want to hear what everyone thinks. So what do you think about this particular technology, whether you like it or not? Just share your opinion in the comment section below and tell me what you think. So this is it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to share it, like and subscribe, and I see you soon on the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.